Did you have to bring the bunny rabbit tonight? All that bouncing around is throwing me off my game.
Sorry about that, but I'm keeping my eye on Max until this Chosen One crisis blows over.
Are you sure it was a good idea to bring the bunny? I think he's throwing you off your game.
Good idea or not, I'm keeping my eye on Max until this Chosen One crisis blows over.
Chosen One?
Last night, Max and I were mopping up some trouble at the St. Swithin's dance over at William Henry Harrison High.
Oh, there was pig's blood everywhere.
All of a sudden, the Honor Society went into a trance and began a suspiciously well-choreographed musical number.
They're possessed by Rogers and Hammerstein. Get it? I've seen a few shows.
Actually, it had more of a Sondheim feel.
At the climax of the chorus, they all pointed at us and started chanting about the Chosen One.
You think Max is the Chosen One?
Max is always the Chosen One. If I had $1 for every time Max has been the focal figure of an apocalyptic doomsday cult, internet virus, or ancient prophecy, I wouldn't be gambling away my jerky money tonight.
My face is a universal symbol of death and destruction.
So I'm keeping my eye on him until we can figure out where this is going. Hey, does the name Zyzobia ring any bells?
Nope.
Is that a new body wash?
Is this about Max's Chosen One thing?
Maybe. Yesterday, Max and I were putting the kibosh on the Snows Arena's insane plan to take over the city's Winter Festival.
In August?
Well, he said it was insane.
One Zamboni fight to the death later, we put the Snows Arena on ice. But then she went into a trance. At first, we thought it was hypothermia, until she started singing.
Singing about Zyzobia?
Zyzobia, the Chosen One, the end of the world? It would have been super creepy if it weren't coming out of the mouth of a disgraced beauty pageant contestant turned supervillain.
That's me.
Zyzobia, Zyzobia. Where have I heard that before?
I still think it's a body wash.
So, Sam, I did some checking on that Zyzobia thing.
You did? That's great, because all of our usual experts have come up with diddly and or squat.
Even Satan, and he knows everything.
Well, I got good news and bad news. The good news is Rusty remembered his dad exploring the lost legend of Zyzobia when he was a kid.
The lost legend of Zyzobia?
Some kind of prehistoric advanced civilization. You know, ancient astronauts and all that crap. The bad news is it never went anywhere. Jonas Venture decided it was all a bunch of superstitious claptrap.
Huh? What? Somebody talking to me?
Well, we better figure out what's going on soon. This weekend, tens of thousands of underemployed hipsters gathered in the desert, took off their clothes, and built a giant effigy of Max.
Weird.
Nah, that's just the annual Burning Max festival. What was weird was when they all went into a non-drug-induced trance and began singing about the Chosen One enslaving humanity in Zyzobia's herring mines.
Sounds like things are getting serious. You need some help?
Not yet. Max and I have one last desperate font of knowledge to check out before we go into pants-peeing mode.
And I need to buy some pants.
Well, how did things go with that desperate font of knowledge guy you were talking about?
Well, it wasn't so much a guy as much as it was a sentient space computer built out of tortilla chips and suspended in a matrix of cheese dust and salsa.
Wait, I've heard of that. The nacho...
The nachoistic artificial cyber-heuristic organism.
You guys flew up to La Estacion Especial to meet Nacho? I am so jealous of you right now.
Well, I assume you and Max are the reason why the South American space station mysteriously imploded last night.
Well, that was more of a coincidence. We went up there to quiz Nacho about Zyzobia and Max being the Chosen One, since he's the sum of all human knowledge.
In Espanol!
But when we got up to his space station, he was in the middle of going crazy and trying to kill his crew.
Lo siento, Sam. Me temo que no puedo hacer eso.
Ah, that takes me back.
Anyway, just before Max ate his way into Nacho's gooey picante core, the killer robot froze up and sang us a little song.
Were there mariachis?
No, that'd be ridiculous. But he did say that mañana ser el alba de los pingüinos.
Tomorrow is the day of the penguins?
He'd lost a lot of cheese.
Since humanity is not toiling away in the herring mines tonight, I guess you put the kibosh on this whole Zyzobia caper, right?
Well, more or less. Everything started falling together this morning when a couple of emperor penguins pulled up in a rental van, threw me into a burlap sack, and drove me off to the high school librarian's office.
The librarian? Was she hot?
No, she was the Zyzobian high priestess, dedicated to ushering in a new age of human subjugation by sacrificing me to the Zyzobian penguin gods.
You? But I thought...
Yeah, Sam turned out to be the chosen one this time. Big deal.
While I was wriggling and naked on the librarian's sacrificial altar, Max burst in to save me, only to be confronted by the High Priestess's true form. 100-foot-tall fire-breathing penguin with wriggling green tentacles.
Creepy.
And the giant penguin sounds scary, too.
That's when you taught those prehistoric chowderheads some harsh lessons about modern weaponry, right?
Actually, the penguins turned out to be impervious to Max's gunfire. Luckily, Max had been carrying around a piece of inventory for the last week or so that proved to be the key to reversing the High Priestess's incantation, sending the Zyzobian warriors to sleep for another 1,000 flopnards.
What's a flopnard?
It's a Zyzobian unit of time, either 37 years or 23 hours. We're not sure which.
You know, you almost had me until the giant fire-breathing penguin.
I thought you might say that. Max?
Oh my god! What the heck is that?
The eyeball of Penelope, High Priestess of Zyzobia. If you stare into it, you can hear her never-ending penguin shriek of terror.
Ah! Get it away! Get it away!
Poker anyone?